Up next, Take Two Reviews, starring Jake Pyre and Paul Malone. Welcome to Take Two Reviews, where we give honest opinions about the films we've seen. And today's subject is Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
Woof.
Woof. This movie literally drained all my energy. Paul was setting up down here, and I was just kind of like this.
I watched him. I watched the energy just drain from him as we got through it.
Like, I was kind of psyched to, watch a bad movie because, it's kind of fun at first, but then you just, I had to power through this ending. It was... I was just not pulled in at all. There was just... It's so bad. Like, the first time, it's bearable. The second time, it's like... Oh, God, dude. What did I do to myself?
I sat down to watch this a couple of years ago. I got about 15 minutes in, and I had to clock out. I couldn't do it. But this time, we had to sit through all of it.
Can you believe that my family owns this monstrosity? We paid money... for this.
I hope you didn't pay too much.
Well, I didn't. We found this in my garage.
Right. So. I like most clowns. I didn't like these clowns.
A lot of the characters I felt nothing for. I just, some of them were just, you just kind of just hate them, if anything. You just, especially the sheriff.
Yeah. Ooh.
Wow, dude. How did you get to be where you are, man?
Yeah, no, he was almost as big an antagonist as the clowns themselves, because, they could have been stopped so much sooner if he had just done his job. Not all the effects were as bad as I had expected them to be.
Not great.
But also not great. Yeah.
Definitely not great.
This is B-movie at best kind of effects.
They had better effects at that time.
There were, some clownish moments where, you're not sure if they're villains or if they're just, amusing characters.
It's like some slapstick.
Yeah, there's some slapstick stuff that it kind of gets you giggling before they just go to Murder Town.
It's a good concept, but the execution was very poorly done.
Oh my god. Pooh Bear.
We never got closure on Pooh Bear, the dog.
First casualty of the movie, 4 minutes in. They kill a puppy.
They don't give a shit.
Dog. But, they kill a dog. You never see him again.
Rip. Pooh Bear. Real OG. Keep it real.
We'll let this dissolve into our subconscious and talk about it some more later.
So, we'll see you.
And welcome back to Take Two Reviews. We watched Killer Klowns from Outer Space last night. So now we got to talk about that.
We have to talk about it. So, yes, that's the sad part.
Screenplay.
I really did not care for these characters that they've written.
A lot of the characters were just one-dimensional.
Yeah, not really any arcs that you see. I mean, especially the cop. What?
Yeah, I don't know what his deal was.
What?
They didn't do every single thing wrong. They have some conventions in place. They killed the dog, 4 minutes in.
Yeah, closure.
Yeah, no closure on that either, yeah. It just breaks my heart. But at least it sets the tone these things kill puppies, so they're bad guys.
Poor dialogue in this one, really. You don't really hear...
Yeah.
You don't really hear a lot of, good points these people talk about. Just, them explaining what they're doing. I'm going to give this one a 2.
2? I'm going to say 3. 3 for screenplay.
It did not pull me in whatsoever. I said this before. It did not pull me in. It sucked the energy out of me. That's how bad it was written.
Yeah, look, sci-fi stuff is neat. I freaking love clowns, actually, but this movie just... You turned it around for me. Alright, the acting. Not much better. Really.
I feel nothing for these characters.
Yeah, most of them are pretty shit.
The guy who played the good cop?
Yeah.
I think he was alright.
He was alright.
He was alright, but... I don't know, a lot of them were over the top.
The girlfriend character, the one that was damsel in distress, I don't really like that they put her in just a damsel in distress role because, honestly, she was doing pretty good. The boyfriend's character, the main boyfriend...
We gotta do this,
guys! Yeah, he had, 2 modes, really, and one of them was yeah, I'm cool, let's do it. And then the other was the clowns, and the clowns. Anyway, acting.
I'll give it a 3.
3 for that one?
It was better than the...
I'll also give their acting a 3. Yeah.
Score.
What do you think?
Well, it was some wanky clown score, I'll tell you that. It was definitely, eerie. Definitely kind of cheesy eerie.
Mm-hmm.
wasn't exactly a bad score for this. Wasn't exactly a good one, but
It had like some sci-fi vibe to
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but mixed in with like the twisted carnival kind of theme in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it gives you the right idea of like what you're watching, I guess.
Yeah, so I guess
But I don't know if I would say that it was used as well as it could have been.
I'm gonna give this a 5 or 4, just because it didn't do anything really bad for me. It didn't do anything good, so I'll say a 5.
I do like carnival music, and like I didn't hate the score, but like I said, they just I think it could have been used better. So I'll say 6. Sound effects.
The clown laugh's the one thing I can think of, and I just did not like that clown laugh.
Now on the one hand, like it's a sci-fi creature thing, so like there's monsters and there's like science sounds happening. But I can't say that the sounds were particularly unique or memorable.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'll say 5, because they did have a variety of sounds to put in. But like I said, I don't think they were particularly, like, significant or memorable.
Art and design. The costumes of the clown. Just the look of the clown. Oof. It was a nasty-ass looking ass clown, dude.
Well, we have to remember, they're not, like, circus clowns from Earth. These are, like, interdimensional, like...
beings.
Yeah, these are space creatures. These are aliens that just bizarrely look like our clowns.
The cotton candy, like, cocoons.
Yeah. This movie had a lot of, like, old expressionist sets, to the point where it almost felt like it was done, like, on a theatrical stage. I appreciate all of the work that they put into making those sets, though. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I think they could have been... It was a little cheap, I guess, is
Well, they
the way
probably
I can
didn't
say
have
it
a big budget for
unapologetically.
this, so...
Right. I keep coming back to those monsters that grew out of the popcorn. They were like, those were... They stick in my mind.
I'll give this a 5, because just nothing stands out, but nothing really was bad.
For art and design, that might be an exception for me. I'm going to say 7. And it's just because I noticed they had a lot to build, and they had a lot to make in order to make this movie. And they didn't... They could have done worse.
Cinematography.
I can't say I was particularly pleased with it. There were a lot of shots that, like, the lighting just shows everything when I didn't really need to see everything or even want to. And then there's other shots where, like, it's too dark and I want to see things.
Especially, like, the boss fight at the end. It gets really dark in there all of a sudden.
It
You're
was.
like, oh, now it's dark and there's one light shining from above him. You're like,
That might have been to hide the effects of the creature or something, though.
yeah.
I don't think there were very many intricately composed shots. They were all pretty standard and pretty regular, just kind of like 1 shots, 2 shots, you know, just regular,
Yeah.
wide coverage.
They just, like, wanted to throw this together and make, like, this story about clowns. I don't think they looked at it from, like... They wanted certain scenic views, and, you know, pans, and I don't think they looked at it like that. Against sound harsh for me, but 2, I think.
2 for cinematography?
Because they didn't really, you know, think of it as... They didn't... They weren't trying to do anything special with cinematography. They just wanted to slap something together.
I'll say 3 for cinematography. Special effects. I can't say I'm unhappy with it. They
Due for that time, it wasn't exactly terrible. So
the art and the special effects might be the saving grace for this
Yeah,
movie,
yeah.
because that's where they focused. There's a lot of like different ray guns that do have different effects. There's a lot of weird tricks that the clowns do. One of them that stands out to me the most, I think, is the shadow puppets.
oh yeah,
Like he
I
creates
remember
shadow
that.
puppets on the wall that
And
like
he eats them.
no way he could with those fat sausage
He's like-
fingers.
And he creates like this huge ass.
Yeah, and then
like,
he just
T-Rex.
does like this shadow T-Rex that like just literally eats physical people.
Well, also like zapping the people and them turning into cocoons and them dying too themselves.
Uh-huh.
I'll give this a 6, just because it was dealing with the 1980s special effects. So not
Yeah.
bad.
I can go with 6.
Not terrible. Film editing. Oof. Like almost everything that we saw was like back-to-back clowns, people.
Yeah.
Clowns,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Clowns,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going to be next. One thing that stood out to me was the maniacal laugh of the clowns, and after they got done laughing, it would cut to the characters ever.
Yeah.
I hated that.
For
some reason,
that's a worthwhile
mad.
They had like...
They did that like 4 times, dude.
It's pretty much every time a clown gets somebody. It's just like a cut to a close-up
of
on
them
the clown.
laughing.
They're just gruesome, horrible face, just like... There was nothing specifically weird or wrong, but just the timing of everything. Like, the amount of time that, like, they're dicking around in the ship while the clowns are running amok, and, like, nobody is doing anything about it, really, you know? She goes into the shower in one scene, and then we have, like, several long scenes, and then she gets out of the shower. Maybe she just took a really long shower? I guess that's my biggest complaint, other than the obnoxious cut-ins on the clowns so
Very
much.
obnoxious.
It was.
Very
It's obnoxious and excessive, is what that was.
Overall picture,
So
just all of those things put into one category. Art and design and special effects are the saving grace for this movie, but I don't even think it's.
It's
that
not even
much
a
of
good example of that.
No,
though,
it's not
you
a good redeeming. It doesn't redeem it enough
No.
because it drained my energy. I cannot stress that enough.
It's not pleasant to watch.
No.
It's not. It's barely amusing. So this is definitely below average.
This is gonna definitely below average from me. I'd say this is probably gonna be a 4. Cause I went in this wanting to watch this movie with Paul. Like, this is gonna be a good movie to review. We're gonna really dig this one apart.
Yeah, we had energy going in.
It's gonna be fun, you know, to watch something this bad because I know it was that bad. So I started getting headaches, dude.
Headaches. You give me headaches.
You don't want to give your audience headaches,
No.
people. That's not a good way to make a film.
Definitely not.
So yeah, 4 is what I'm going with.
I'm gonna say 4 as well. This isn't a B movie.
And it would be below
Eh.
this score if it weren't for the special effects and art design, which I'm saying is kind of obsolete now with today's technology. So even then, it's like, this is generous, I feel like, too. This movie does not hold up.
No.
No, this is a movie specifically for the 80s. If you watch it anytime after that, you're like, wow.
Tallying up our total scores for Killer Klowns, I arrive at 40 out of 100.
And I came to 34 out of 100, leaving us to a total of 37 out of 100. So this is a movie we definitely do not like. 50 would be, we are indifferent about this movie. But this is a movie that you would not want to watch.
Like, I sat down to watch this a while ago, and I had to call it. And now that we've seen it all the way through, I don't really feel the need to go through it again.
This is a movie I would kind of go out of my way not to watch it a bit. If someone was like, hey man, you want to watch this movie? I'd be like, well actually, I got to do some stuff right now. No. So that was our review of Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
And now to close out our show for tonight, Jake's got a quote for you.
He could save others from death, but he couldn't save himself. How ironic.
God damn it!
You ready to get this done, bro?
Yeah, about ready.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, this was a rough one.
I would not ever wish this upon my worst enemies to watch.
No. I thought you were dozing a couple of times.
I was dozing. At the end,
You were just checking out.
I can't stress this enough.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most energy-draining movie I probably had to sit through for a while. The score was almost childish a bit, too, how they did it, but yet again, this isn't really a movie that any adult should actually be seeing, so... Stylish yet fashionable in every way. You can get this deluxe version with one copy, might be a little scratched, just a little bit, but in prime condition. Available only for... what was it? $9.99.99. Call now. This deal is only gonna last a couple seconds. So, do we got someone? Jerry? Yeah? Tom? No, we don't got someone. All right, never mind. So